Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a assembly video on the S&B filters 2019 to current RAM 35-3500. The particular filter number is 755132, and this is the cleanable version. The non-cleanable replaceable version has a white filter. So I'm going to open up the box, separate all the plastic, and then we will start. Alright, so once you get everything pretty much unbagged, there's going to be a bag right there with more small parts. I'd recommend keeping that in the bag until you're ready to put it on. You are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver for this. There is also an installation guide right here. You scan with a QR code. However, S&B's website has some not so great black and white pictures, and I found that with their installation guide it actually has you assemble some of this stuff once the airbox is in the vehicle, and it just doesn't seem like it's that efficient. So starting off, you have the main airbox right here. You also have the silicone gasket for the airbox, and it does have some nice looking edges on it. Really nice, actually, rubbery material. That's going to go on this. It only goes in one way. So once that's on, that's what it should look like. Here's your main filter. In the instruction video, they say to put this in once it's installed in the vehicle. S&B, the logo is facing up, which indicates to me that this silver bar should be facing the top of the airbox. However, I'm gonna flip it just because it looks better. With this new filter, this little portion right here, you simply push in on it, making putting it into the filter box a lot easier. So once it's up like this, I'm going to slide it in. And it's going to come through this little hole right here. Now there is kind of a flange on this, so we're going to push it through the flange, and then it should be secure. Now to attach the ring, you're going to pull out on that little rubber seal, and that's what it should look like. When this is in the vehicle, it is a little bit more difficult, so I just recommend installing this before you put it in the vehicle. This ring right here goes around this. We're going to leave that loose until we attach everything. Over here we have the little fender dust port. You can leave this off for more airflow, but for purposes of the assembly video, we will just snap it right on. Over here we have the plexiglass and rubber seal. This is going to have some sort of protective coating on both sides. Take that off, and it is kind of a one-way fit. So this little notched portion right here, I don't know how that's coming through, is going to go towards the little pull tab. And so you're gonna, it does have quite a time getting installed. And then once it is installed, you can work your hands around the edge to make sure it's seated properly. And then you put it on the airbox. Again, it only fits one way. You're gonna rock it into place, so you're gonna push this side in first, then you're gonna follow it by pushing down. Another thing to note too is this doesn't actually seat very firmly. As you can see, there is some play in it. I'm not sure if over time that will go down or not. Just a heads up. Then we have the actual tubing right here with a silicone connector for the turbo. And then I'm gonna open this bag off camera real quick, and then we'll go from there. So next we're gonna install these two part numbers into the airbox. I had already opened this one just to show you. It comes with little foam gaskets, and you're gonna put the actual piece on top, and you're gonna screw it in with supplied hardware on both of those. I will do that off camera because doing it with one hand is gonna be dang near impossible. Now we're gonna be installing this part number. For this, it goes right here on the side of the airbox, closest towards the grill of the vehicle. And you're going to want to leave these hand tight while you're doing this, because you may need to move them around once this is installed in the vehicle. So you will not need a tool to tighten these down at this point. You're going to have 2 bolts, 2 washers, 3 rubber bushings in this little bracket. These bolts and washers are going to come from the inside of the airbox. So you're going to reach your hand down in here, put them in like this, and then you're going to tighten them to this bracket right here. Let me do that off camera real quick. So once you have this on there loose, you're going to come to the bottom, and this is where we're going to use the remaining 3 bushings. You're going to put this bushing in facing downward, and it may require a little bit of force to get in. Then you're going to put a bushing here and a bushing here, and then the box should be complete. So this is what the completed air box should look like. Again, I would recommend keeping these as loose as possible, just so that way when we're installing this in the truck, we can get everything to line up properly the first time, so we're not unscrewing and then rescrewing things back in. There's the bushings, again right here. Keep this loose because this does move a little bit in case the fitment from the factory in the ram is not 100% perfect. Once you get it in the spot you want, you can then tighten these down from the inside. If this is something that's interesting to you, please consider liking the video and subscribing, and stay tuned for an install video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.